striker at the net. But here we're seeing the original lineup for Malaysia. This is from the first set, obviously with cup.
I just realized I've built walls a mile high.
It was impressive and
to protect my heart.
As you say, focus.
But now I'm all alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been so scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I am strong. Just watch
Zamree, who's a
me
long way back,
till
and that one just died in no man's land, nestled into the net.
There's tryouts for the tournament, which starts in Temukan, up in the northeast of the country, in a couple of weeks' time. The STL, the Sepak Takraw League, they're calling it, and they're hoping it'll help Malaysia create a little bit of strength in depth to really compete with Thailand. So while Korea have got their national championships, Malaysia have got their Sepak Takraw League, and they're going to make a couple of substitutions in this match. Sahidan Muhammad Ali comes on, as does Mohammad Zamree Dahan. The Temukan gun striker, Khairul Zaman and Shahir Rosdi, respectively, replaced. Ah, the block. That's a nice way to start. Zamree Dahan, welcome to ISTAF Super Series Myanmar.
Yep, he's another fellow who'll be looking to fill that striker's berth in the absence of Noor Sharuddin, and with Hanafi Abdullah not being at this tournament.
Sahidan into the net. What is Zamree? He's about 175, 170. Service ace for Sahidan.
Yes, not the greatest of judgments shown there by the Koreans. Poor old Jo Wan-hyung ducked out of the way, turned round and watched it land a good 6 inches inside the corner.
Oops.
Indeed.
Off the tape, Sahidan rescues. Zamree. Sahidan again. Zamree's winner. Good takraw, good takraw.
It was kept alive both times, which is obviously easier said than done. Getting a foot underneath it, but making sure that the ball stays up and you can carry on playing. A real skill, and then put away there with a sun-back spike from Zamree Dahan.
Shazreen. Zamree. Point Korea, he put it out.
Yep, went just a little bit too long there. Again, Korea going to have to, Malaysia going to have to stay on their toes here. Don't want to be too complacent.
That's better from Zamree. A better angle.
He's a chunkier figure than Khairul Zaman. More of a presence at the net. It'd be good to see how good he is at blocking.
Both the toss and the attempted serve were way off kilter there.
That's the thing, when you change a striker, you're quite often changing the person who tosses the ball for the Temukan as well.
Very high toss that time from Zamree, and that seemed to suit Sahidan.
Well, it has to be very high if you're going to throw it up for Sahidan, who's got a very upright motion, and he stands 1.94 m. He's got quite a quirky motion when he serves. He seems to be sort of chest on to begin with, and then moves around. That back foot comes back.
Now Well, Zamree, like a bit of a tennis, he kind of anticipated at the net.
It was the right thing to do. He sort of took it as a volley, didn't he? And but it was the right idea, but the wrong execution.
Staying alive. Shazreen, Zamree.
That was more like it. A lovely set from Shazreen Kamar, as he does so well. He always seems to be perfectly poised and balanced, and then puts the ball up right by the net for his striker to put it away.
That was his third successful spike. That's long. SepakTakraw.org for more information on this wonderful sport. We'll give you rules and regulations, previous stats from previous years. This is season 3. And also Drew Lilly, my co-commentator, writes the occasional word of wisdom. Very occasional. Good ace, second ace. That's the first for Sahidan.
Expect a little more energy from Malaysia here, because we've got the two backups on the Tekong and the striker. You'd expect them to be buzzing around, desperately trying to make a case for getting some more game time in the semi-finals tomorrow.
A Korean 1-2-3. Jung-sik, Seongguk, Wan-hyung.
Nicely set up there by the captain, just in front of the net. And then Jo Wan-hyung can put it away once again.
Oh, that's his first error. 7 attempted spikes, 6 successful. He looked in position.
He did. He saw the big figure of Zamree coming towards him for the block, and that maybe put him off.
Zamree bypasses the double block.
Well, the double block was thrown up there, but not quite in the right position. He's obviously a sun-back spiker, not a roll spiker, so it was always going to be right foot over the right shoulder, and they were slightly out of position there, the Koreans.
9th service fault, only 14 in. Serve percentage in the low 60s for Korea. You need it to be in the low 80s at least. Shazreen, Zamree. Oh, well played, young fella. Wan-hyung might keep his place in the team even when the first team is around.
He could do. He's got a lot of competition though there. If you think of Im An-soo and Kim Young-man being the top 2 strikers, Im An-soo being one of the best attacking strikers, and Kim Young-man one of the best defensive killers in the game.
Good power from Sahidan, service winner, not a service ace, but 7 service winners in total for Malaysia. Zamree's block.
This is more like it from Zamree. He took a little while to get going there, but now his spiking's looking very good, and as I've said before, he's a big presence at the net, and we're going to see exactly how big he is here with Jo Wan-hyung putting in a good spike, but that was a great block.
And then Zamree follows up an excellent block with a poor toss. Really gave Sahidan nowhere to go. As you say, though, it needs to be high. And Malaysia moving serenely on to what looks to be a routine qualification victory. It gets harder from here on in.
Certainly will.
Shazreen to Zamree. Sianguk. Point Malaysia.
Contact. It's a great effort there from Zamree, who was a long way back, and then that one just died in no man's land, nestled into the net. List of touches from Jo Wan Hyong. (18 out of 28 from Kim Jung-sik. He's doing his best there. They do have a Taekong on the bench, but that person, Kim Seong-min, has yet to take his tracksuit top off in either of the games.
That's beautiful. Great placement.
Certainly was very canny service with the side of the foot.
He's gone off the boil a little bit, Kim Jung-sik. Sorry, Jo Wan Hyong.
He started off very well, but he was carrying the team on his shoulders in the first set. In the second, obviously he can't be substituted off because there isn't another striker on the bench.
It's gone long, point Korea. Again, they just hang in there. But the final score will be double figure, but they've never really been close, Korea.
It's not a double figure scoreline, is it at all?
Oh. Well, it will be a double figure scoreline, but I know exactly what you mean.
A couple of raised hands there, but that was perfectly on the line.
That one wasn't.
Still smiling there, the Koreans. They'll have picked up some good experience.
Zamree sets up 10 match points for Malaysia.
Zamree's making a case for himself as a good second option at the net. Obviously, we've mentioned there's no Noor Shahrudin, Hanafi Adolla not in this squad, and he's obviously behind Karol Zaman in the pecking order, but he's looked good in the second part of this second set.
And a monkey drop wins it. 21-10, 21-10.
Well, that was almost a microcosm of the entire match. A little service that flicked over, touches the tape, and if you watch the three Koreans there, they just stand, shrug of the shoulder, and, well, there we go. The match is now done and dusted. Off they go.
Well, Sahidan stands and delivers, as do Malaysia. They've taken this one 21-10, 21-10, just 20